right, our Luther Family Ford Weather Kids scheduled for tomorrow, Mason Olson of Rothsay, but we have some pretty stormy weather. And, well, I got to tell you, all day it snowed northern parts of South Dakota. This is a measurement sent in by Barb from the Mena area near Aberdeen. 11 inches of snow there, and more snow is on its way. We mentioned earlier that I-29 closed between the North Dakota border and Brookings, South Dakota, and this is what it looked like this morning, first thing around 8 a.m. in the Watertown, South Dakota area. So thanks for sharing your photos. If you have photos of our event as it unfolds, it helps us tell the weather story. First and foremost, the most likely area of blizzard conditions, much of South Dakota into southwest Minnesota. And things have already gotten started throughout the day in South Dakota, but not for us until tomorrow for many here in the Red River Valley and parts of central Minnesota. Snow moving through the Twin Cities right now. It's winter storm warning in the red counties. Here's a look at the aerial coverage of the snow. A little bit showing up in southeast North Dakota, a lot of it showing up in northeast South Dakota, and a band of heavier snow just exiting the Twin Cities. But as it made its way toward the I-94 corridor, it dumped some significant snow. Now, this storm system is really focused in the Rockies. Still low pressure right here. You can see where we have thunderstorms followed up by snow. This is the low pressure that, as it moves into the Central Plains, is going to have explosive strengthening. And as it does, the winds are really going to increase, and it's going to lift in our general direction, bringing that dangerous combination of wind and very wet snow. For right now, we have high clouds in the FM area, 35 degrees. Feels like 25 degrees outside, and our wind is only around 15 miles per hour at this hour. So if you have grocery shopping to do or plans tonight, most in our area very quiet. 38 degrees Bemidji, 41 Baudette, 37 in Grand Forks, and 29 for Devil's Lake with Gwinner at 32. Here is a peek at your hour-by-hour forecast for this evening. The east and northeast winds continue, but they will get a little bit stronger down in parts of South Dakota. Notice bands kind of flourishing here in central and southern parts of Minnesota as we go through the late night hours. Then as we go through the overnight, it just continues to percolate, throwing moisture up our way as that low pressure system starts to strengthen. We can tell it's strengthening and that the low pressure center is getting stronger because the wind gets stronger. The orange and red arrows here are indications that winds could gust over 50 and even close to 60 miles per hour across southern Minnesota and South Dakota. So travel tomorrow, even though in Fargo won't be bad at all in the morning, South Dakota, impossible. Blizzard conditions there for us, quiet in 20s as we get our day going. By midday, we see the purples moving northward. Those are bands of moderate to heavy snow. And it does not stop here. So by midday, we start to see snow here, and it will accumulate. Your drive home tomorrow in Fargo and Point South, Lakes Country and Point South, could be quite tricky. And our winds will be no picnic either, with gusts over 40 miles per hour, temperatures plummeting from this point as we enjoy some 30s. Then as we go through the night, that main band lifts, we see snow continuing, and it will continue light to moderate throughout the day on Friday, so that the two-day total for us, Thursday and Friday, will be 2 to 6, even up in Grand Forks, sharply dropping off after that. Fargo sits in the 6 to 12. Look at the ridiculous amounts down south, 18 to 30 inches of snow near the Sisseton Hills, and we could have pockets of that. If you are in Wadena County, if you are in Otter Tail County, get ready for some very heavy, wet snow. 28 to start, cloudy with snow most likely in the midday hour and continuing heavily tomorrow evening. A lot of 30-degree readings across the region. Quieter weather up north for the majority of your day, but you too could see some snow in Grand Forks by the latter portion of the afternoon. Steve sending in a northeast Edgeley photo of a gorgeous and colorful sunrise. Here's a look at your Friday forecast. Still windy and still some snow, but it won't add much. Most of our snow and the worst of the conditions, Andrea, will be Thursday evening into Friday morning. Then after that, a little bit of a rebound this weekend with the 50s returning for next week.
All right. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
We are